Today, on the early morning show, is she trustworthy and not trustworthy? Let's cue the rooster and get this show started.
Every time I need that shit, devil make another.
Hey man, if you got something that you believe in and you believe that you can do it and nobody else do, just go for it. It's your life.
My life is moving fast, I gotta slow it down. Yeah, now I got it, they all come around. But when I ain't have it, they nowhere to be found. Yeah, I had to stick with the ones who stay down. And now a lot of people say I changed on them, because I'm whipping in the range on them. I don't think I'm acting different, I just found out that these folks ain't in my interest. And you ain't got a lot of kick it. I messed around and pulled a whole foe up. Banging zero, I roll up. I don't do it, boy.
Good morning and welcome to the early morning show. This is Charles Rivers. Today we got a good one for you. And I'm not just talking about the coffee. Now, my title today is she trustworthy and not trustworthy? Trust-Swervy and not trustworthy. The difference is she may be a good lay, but not a good person. And the thing about it is, guys go through this all the time. How many times have you heard guys talk about the dangers of changing a hoe into a housewife? A hoe into a housewife. Now, I don't mean a literal on the corner hoe. I'm talking about the girl that is no good in your life. Now, guys fall for the whole housewife all the time. And it's because that guys see women like women see handbags and shoes. Something beautiful to have on their arm. And because we see them this way, the guy, just like women, wants to make another guy jealous of the girl that he has on his arm. So it, in most cases, ends up just being a hoe. Nothing good for him. Because like I said before, a lot of guys get into relationships and the next thing they want, they start making complaints like, this girl can't cook, this girl can't clean, this girl can't take care of house, and a whole list of stuff. Of course, she couldn't do that before she met you because she didn't want to do those things. As a matter of fact, she told you up front, I can't do none of this stuff. Even with all the YouTube out there, I can't cook. YouTube's got that. I can't clean. YouTube's got that. I can't take care of kids. They got videos for that. So those excuses are as old as we can't have sex tonight because I have a headache, with the Tylenol manufacturers in business 24/7. But anyway, when you take a relationship with a hoe, or let's just compare the two. You know, in the hood, it's called getting your swerve on, okay? But in this instance, swerve on is talking about just having sex, just plain old sex. So I turn that into a word. She's trust-swervy, not trustworthy. So you can have an orgasm with this girl, and she's always on point. She'll get you off any time of the day. But when it comes to trusting her, you cannot even trust her. So let's say she has sex with you, great, and you got into a relationship with her, dating or marriage that way. You know, I used to have this aunt that told me, a lot of people don't want to marry somebody. They just don't want nobody else to sleep with the person they have. And that's why they marry him. But anyway, let's get back to the subject. She's not trustworthy even with the sex that she gave you and got you off. Why? Because she'll go out and do that with somebody else behind your back and in front of your face. So she's not even trustworthy at that. And that's the lowest thing to be trustworthy for. When it comes to your telephone, you can't leave your telephone sitting there. She'll be all into the numbers. Who is this? That's my mother. Who is that? That's my sister. You met those two girls. But she's not trustworthy of you. She's not even trustworthy of herself. When it comes to, like I said, if she moves into your house, it becomes dirty overnight. She don't even take care of that. And she came from nothing. Even if she came from something, she's adding to your burden, as opposed to the old saying, try to make their burdens light. She makes your burdens heavy. So no, she's not trustworthy. When it comes to your bank account, the fact that she's into your bank account on your telephone number, she's into your bank account on your checkbook, on your savings past deposit book, the whole thing, she's into it. behind your back. She's not trustworthy at all. And this happens every time when you try to make a hoe into a housewife, a woman that's trustworthy, that's only good for sex, and to a woman that's trustworthy. Now, the truthful thing is, you know, if you had even children by this woman, that you know she would not take care of her own children or your children. You know this up front. And that's why you don't want to have children with her. Because she is trustworthy. She's good and bad. And I see kids all the time these days. I don't care if you're white, black, Chinese, Mexican, no matter which country you come from. When the guy's in a relationship with the female, he is doing more stuff than she will ever do. You got a guy who's 18, live with an 18-year-old girl, or 19, live with a 19-year-old girl. He's doing the cooking. He's doing the cleaning. He's taking care of the kids. He's going to the store for her. He's buying everything he can. I don't know where they get this stuff about women do more in the household. It don't exist. And if you're watching out there right now, you know this. If you got a girl living in your house, if you're married to a girl in your house, you know as a dude, you're doing more stuff than she ever did because of this pastime bullshit that women in the past did more than men. Women do more house chores than men. I don't know where they get these statistics from, but on this channel, only the truth exists, and that is not the truth. So let us know your comments. Is the girl you with or the girl you just booted out of your house, was she more trustworthy? Was she good in bed? But when it came out of bed to stand up, you guys didn't have nothing in common together. And you can't even trust her. Matter of fact, you can trust your worst enemy more than you can this girl. Let us know what you think. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up for me. Tell us your story. We'll be back in just a minute. Don't miss it. See you guys. It's 5 o'clock on a planet somewhere, and we're about to get our drink on. Welcome to the Man's Bartender. Today, on the Man's Bartender, we're making beer mimosas. Stick around. Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to the Man's Bartender. Now today we're doing something different. We're doing beer mimosas, not mimosas, beer mimosas, so don't confuse the two. That only takes 2 ingredients. We're using an orange juice, and we're using a stout beer. Today we're gonna do some Scheinerbach. Okay? So it's easy enough. Take the cap off that puppy. Like I said, we just need some orange juice and some beer. Can't get no tougher than that. Now the first thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and do either way. It's up to you. Do you like your beer first or do you like your orange juice first? I like the beer first because that way I know what kind of head is on there, the kind of foam before I add that orange juice in. So we're going to go ahead and make that even. Remember, I've always shown you guys about 75% of the way into the glass. That's where you want to pour it if you don't want that guzzling. So you want to start that way, and then when it gets almost at the top, then you can take it and start to put the head on it. We'll do the other one the same way. Pour about 75% of the way, when we know we got enough, stand her up. Then you can start the head on it. Alright. So in the glass, always try to give you both examples. Okay? Does that look about right to you? Look about wrong to you? Doesn't mean wrong when I finish with it. Alright, the Scheinerbach is all gone. Ooh, nice and foamy. Now these glasses were put in the freezer about an hour before. That's why you see that nice and chill glass. Now, then you take the beer. Pour the beer right down the middle because we don't want to destroy that head on that beer. The head holds in the flavor and the aroma and all that stuff. It's done for a reason. If you don't put a head on your beer, the beer will end up going flat much quicker. Okay? So we pour it right down in the middle. That should enhance the head on that beer. So it's right at the top. See that? Then we do the other one, right in the middle. Bring that one near to the top. And we can go ahead and you take your bartender straw or your bartender spoon. Go ahead and give it a stir a little bit. Same thing here. As always, gentlemen, to you, cheers. Beer Mosin. Oh God, it gives a great spin to beer. Nothing boring, always something different. Here on The Man's Bartender. Now stick with us today, because we got some good stuff coming out of the kitchen. In The Man's Kitchen, we're doing French toast. Not that kind of French toast, the full French toast, but the one that you go out there when you go to, I guess, Burger King, where you could dunk it down in the syrup. You can actually cut the bread and make it yourself. So we're going to show you how to do that today. Don't go nowhere. I'm just going to polish this off, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Hold out. Hold out hope for me. I hope to see you back next time on The Man's Bartender. Join me each week, and we're going to be making some great drinks, some crazy drinks, and stuff that you can prepare for your friends at a party where it looks like you've been a bartender for a long time. Today, on The Man's Kitchen, we're making French toast sticks. There's no more need to go out to a fast food to buy them. Hey guys, welcome to The Man's Kitchen. Today we're gonna do French toast sticks. So if everyone went to places like Burger King, and they had those little sticks instead of the whole French toast, that's what we're gonna do. You're gonna need a few ingredients. Now, we're gonna top this off when we finish. We're gonna have some bacon and some orange juice. Always OJ for breakfast, right? So that's when we finish. Those two we don't need right now. Oh, you can never start without coffee. Okay, so we're gonna need for this recipe, you're gonna need 2 eggs. You're gonna need about a tablespoon of Kentucky Gentleman. This is bourbon. We're gonna top that off with some real maple syrup. We've always talked about the difference between the regular maple syrup, like Aunt your mom, is just sugar cooked, and real maple syrup comes from real maple trees. But inside of the mixture, we're gonna add the 2 eggs. Inside that, we're also going to have 2 cups of amaretto. So normally in French toast we use milk, but milk is not thick enough and it doesn't have a flavor. So we use an amaretto creamer, a liquid creamer. It's going to make it taste much better. So imagine amaretto liquid creamer. We got 2 eggs in there. We got about a teaspoon of cinnamon in there, along with that tablespoon of Kentucky bourbon. Alright, so the skillet is already hot. Well, at least she's getting there. Make that a little bit warmer. Now, I've taken about 4 to 6 slices of bread, and you cut the ends off, and then you go ahead and quarter that bread. So that's a piece of bread that's been already quartered. Okay, and that's how you get the sticks. The thicker the bread, the better. So some bread is like Texas toast. You might want to get the Texas toast. This is just regular bread, but it does just fine. Okay, so when that gets hot enough, what we're gonna do is we can go ahead and at the same time, we'll go ahead and level this out. Normally French toast, you take it and you dip it into the milk. In this instance, we could actually pour the milk on that. It's our choice. So we put some other ones over here, so make sure it's flat. Okay, this will be the preparation plate. Nice and flat. Okay, that'll be the secondary plate. Here, so, okay, so those are ready. So now that this mixture is mixed together, what you do is, when ready, is pour that over top of that, and you can do it with your fingers. But when you flip it with some tongs or a real small spatula. almost hot enough. As a matter of fact, it is hot enough, so we can go ahead and get her moving. We'll pour that back and forth, just back and forth. Let that bread soak it up. There we go. Okay. Go ahead and put it in the pan. Just dab it off a little bit. You can smell the flavor already. Make sure you leave room for every bit of that bread. And you have to get it in within a certain amount of time before it's too wet to even manage. So I could actually put some on the side there. I'm going to get this in there too, because we don't want it, like I said, we don't want it too wet to manage. Start to use the sides. Go. And we got room for one more. There we go. There's always room for one more. Okay, so now that we have it where we need it, we can go ahead and turn it up almost to a high temperature. When it's finished, all we have to do is stack that. We'll go ahead and stack that onto the plate. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead through the magic of television. We're going to cook that. We're going to come right back. When it's nice and toasty and brown, let you see how it looks. Plate it up with the real maple syrup. Get up, eat on. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Alright guys, we're back. And through the magic of television, we're done. Now, look at how they look now. Just like French toast, but in miniature sticks. So make sure you try some today. The only difference is they're gonna taste much better than the stuff that you would get at the fast food house. I think anything tastes better than the stuff that you get at the fast food house. Okay, we'll put some on the plate so I can try. Put a little bit of real maple syrup on it. Remember when you was a kid, you danced around at your mom's house before she finished cooking? Delicious. Make sure you try some today. The recipe was on the screen. We'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Don't go nowhere. Don't do like this. Welcome back, guys, and welcome to Assault on Manhood. Today we have a woman was arrested in charge of murder last week after police found her pounding on a man at his home with the help of her pit bull. She was ordering the pit bull to attack him. Mrs. Melissa D. Wolk, 38 years of age, was picked up early Friday morning near Mount Vernon, Kentucky, after cops received a call that she and the dog were assaulting a man. Now, according to arrest documents, this is what occurred. Neighbors called cops at around 3 a.m. after seeing out the window a woman jumping up and down on someone punching him and commanding a large dog to attack the man, which was a pit bull. When the officers arrived on scene, they found Wolke beating Donald W. Abner, who's 55 years of age, while the dog continued mauling the victim. And this was her boyfriend. She told police she had been going redneck on the victim. Now, Wolke appeared to have blood on her hands and her feet and had a large clump of his hair in her hands that was consistent with the victim's. Now, Wolke allegedly, or actually refused an officer's order to stand down, and she and the dog were shot with a taser. Oh, this is according to police. Now, the pit bull ran towards one of the officers in an aggressive manner and gave the officer no option but to eliminate the dog or put him down. They shot him. Now, Abner sustained severe dog bite wounds to his face and neck and was declared dead right there on the scene. Now, in addition to the murder charge, Wolke was arraigned on 4 other criminal counts, including alcoholic intoxication, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest, according to the Rockcastle County Detention Center. She was held on bail and scheduled for another court appearance on Monday. Now, according to police, Abner will be autopsied and the dog is being tested for rabies to make sure that if he bit anybody else, that they won't go rabied as well. Now, I bring you these stories all the time on this particular portion of the show, Assault on Manhood. Right after this, stay tuned because we're going to show you Killer Wives preview for Killer Wives number 14, brother. By the time this month is out, we'll be on Killer Wives number 17. And by the time this year is out, we'll be over Killer Wives number 60. But to the day I die, I will never be able to give you guys enough of those shows because we'll be on Killer Wives number 1 million. These cases actually happen. So stick with us, watch Killer Wives, give it a thumbs up. We'll see you guys soon. These stories. Mama, please. My sweet boy. You're great.
And now, we bring you Killer Wives, Episode 14, Snake Oil. These are the case facts against Margaret Bruton, who shot and killed her own husband. Isn't trust a bitch? Las Vegas, Nevada, made famous for celebrity shows featuring Celine Dion, Wayne Newton, and for the murder of one Mr. Ronald Rudin.
Central. 19 Sergeant. You have a callback for 86 Central? Negative K, nothing further. Just see the cabbie on the corner.
I care less about what you think of me and more about what I think of me. Abundance coming easily, I'm tapped into that frequency. What you think of me ain't none of my business. What you think of me ain't none of my. What I spark don't get you lit, so why you give a shit? Talking out your ass, we revoke your membership. Falling off the cliff, hope you niggas get a grip. It's enough to go around if you tune into the sounds. Tap into the universal laws to get it all. You already have it in you, but you hold it and you stall. We ain't gotta die to see heaven, we can live it. If you want something, gotta be willing to give it. Not for the return, purely for the feeling. Take some time to get a line of structures that we building. Expansion we increase cause we have to. Thank God every day and your mama cause she had you. She really didn't have to, you here now. Make the best of what you see and what you hear now. Got into the driver's seat, you gotta steer now. Safe trip, picking love over fear now. I care less about what you think of me and more about what I think of me. Abundance coming easily, I'm tapped into that frequency. What you think of me ain't none of my business. What you think of me ain't none